headbanging just it's gonna be terrifying. Dude, I don't know if I'm happy or sad that Theme to Psychopathic Justice got banned. Because I will only think of the old map and hee hee hee.
Fair enough,
yeah. Gosh, laughing at Cerret for being exhausted despite not playing anything for the last however long.
Yeah, these
this
two
man has had a few hours break.
these two players are so familiar. They're good pals.
Dude, this is just kind of wild as well. I want to point this out. The last like 4 matches, every match has been seed 1. Every single person has been seed 1 for the last 4 or so.
I think that might just be.
We've had every seed 1 player all make it to the end.
Yeah.
We have had absolutely no like underdogs today. Every player is trying their hardest, and now we've ended up with a rank 1 versus rank 2 yet again, coming to a start.
In the grand finals, this is the first map. It is starting all right here. Cerret against Gosh. The first map, big headbanging. Starting off a bit slower, but I feel like it's not gonna stay that way for long.
Okay. It seems they're getting through the build-up. Nothing too chaotic so far. And here's where some of the sliders start coming through. This is where the axe starts to shift.
And it does. It starts off with Gosh picking up a good lead in this first part. 0.2%.
To be
And
fair
not dropping
though,
too
Gosh
far.
actually holding the lead right now. I think Cerret has just launched the game, so this is effectively Cerret's warm-up song right now. I don't think he's played a warm-up. I think he's using the first map for his warm-up. This man out here warming up in the grand finals of a tournament. That is a flex if I have ever seen one.
The
Currently
difference.
sat on that 97.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was a bit
solid
more
lead
ahead.
on
It
Gosh's
closes. It closes a bit more now. Cerret is inching closer, but currently Gosh is still ahead.
Yeah, as this song goes on, I expect Cerret's act to improve. Not because the song gets any easier, but purely because he is, like, warming up more and more.
And he does.
You can
Cerret is
see
climbing.
His swings have gone from more loose to starting to look more like actual Cerret swings. You can see the form taking place. This man is morphing before our very eyes.
And
the
there it is.
metamorphosis.
Halfway through the map, the accuracies are basically equal. Cerret caught up that entire 0.3%.
And he is warm.
It only took him 2 minutes to warm up his accuracy.
See, the thing is for him, this is still an accuracy map. Nothing has changed right now. There is no... He is just happily 97ing this.
And right now Gosh is holding
Gosh,
the
still actually
tiniest
holding
of
the
lead.
lead.
Cerret
The
inched
sliders.
so close, but it is not enough yet. Gosh is ahead by
sliders
the
coming
littlest bit. So few points between them right now. Some sliders, both of the players hitting it very, very well.
Currently, both of these players holding strong. Cerret is still, like, bouncing up and down at the moment. His regular act seems to be taking place, but his slider act just has not warmed up with the rest of him. It has given him the cold shoulder, but even then, there's 0.03 between them.
The difference is basically nothing. It
is
has
minimal.
been like this for a minute or so.
And we've
Gosh
only got a
just
minute
keeps
left.
that.
Which way is it gonna go? Gosh, can Gosh keep his lead? Is Cerret gonna warm up all the way to take it? This man using his warm up in the grand finals.
Cerret has
What are we
improved
seeing?
so much in the short time the song has taken place in, but he cannot quite catch up. They're both improving their accuracy, but Gosh is just keeping ahead by a tiny, tiny bit.
This is what we said before. Gosh, one of the few players able to capitalize fully off Cerret's mistakes. That lack of act that Cerret had at the start, he's not quite able to recover it. He's getting really good act right now, but he's not quite able to pull himself back fully.
Gosh, putting in a few swings, there's not much left. 20 seconds in the map, 0.1%
Gosh,
between
pulling
them.
away even more. Wait, no, he's dropping slightly, but nowhere near enough. There's not enough map left for Cerret to be
15
able to
seconds,
take
it is
properly.
about to get slow. There's one part with a bit of technical prowess ahead. Gosh, dropping a little bit, it's getting closer between them. But as we get closer to the end, it does not seem like Cerret can do it, and he cannot. Gosh, taking the first point.
0-5. Gosh refuses to be clean sweep, taking the first point.
Extremely strong start from Gosh.
I don't know whether Cerret will replay this, because yes, it was his warm-up, but he also has the Grand Finals Round 2 Electric Boogaloo to fall back onto. So he definitely has a chance to do the other one as well, so we'll have to see.
And Gosh actually just PB'd, taking the top score on this map.
Okay, no
Cerret
replays coming in from Cerret. Taking that one map, he is completely fine with giving it up there. To be fair, I mean, both of these players do know each other's, they played against each other that much that they have respect for each other by this point. They know.
Yeah, they know each other's playstyles extremely well.
Also, both of these players, I don't know if jokingly hyped or not, but we now have an Infant Annihilator song coming on to summarize what is gonna go on.
And the first one, it was picked by Gosh and he won it. Now we're going into the first map picked by Cerret.
I think this map might be slightly decisive, because Cerret just said, "I'll be impressed if you manage to make it through the whole thing." A bit of trash talk coming out.
And now I want to see what this map is about. It's gonna be interesting. Where is it? I cannot.
The the trash talk coming out from both of these players. Gosh, playing out back in retaliation to Cerret that he'd like to see a 96 that didn't involve pausing. Let's go. The good banter between both of the players. Yeah, mentally preparing themselves before they have to play this map.
15 notes per second for
15
4
notes per second
minutes.
for 4 minutes. Seeing a 50 notes per second map is something which, you know, it's still a terrifying sight in itself, but a lot of the time you'll see these high notes per second maps on like 2-minute maps. They'll be really short burst maps with little downtime, so you know, it's kind of, it makes sense that they've got a high notes per second because there's less downtime. But given how long this song is, you know that this is just going to be a stamina battle and a half. It's not necessarily going to be your accuracy or your speed, it is just going to be stamina and can you keep your speed going for that long. And there is no chill.
Oh, and it starts immediately.
What?
Oh, what happened to Gosh?
He did a spin! He's turned around! He sat down! He's just letting it go!
What has happened?
He knows that he can't win on the map.
Oh yeah,
He knows that he can't win. He's leaving it. He knows his stamina is not doing the best today. So he is tanking the map. He's tanking the maps for the stamina. This is why he didn't ban it. He is playing to burn his stamina at the start. If Cerret gets into bad habits of just swinging for stamina, he doesn't care. Like,
Gosh's brain is filling every single cubic centimeter of this top hat. It is immensely big.
dude, you know that
Playing
picture?
just the tiniest bit.
You know that picture of the toad where he takes off the toadstool and the entire thing is...
Yes!
That is Gosh right now. He takes off his top hat. The entire thing is this man's head. He is big brain. The 5-head moment. Look at him go.
A solid 20%. Just a couple of misses so far, about 600.
When he is currently not playing, and when he is playing, he's playing like a WDG player trying to first pass a challenge map. He is not having to put much effort into those swings. He is really fencing it.
And meanwhile, Cerret, a 96 on a 15 notes per second 4-minute map.
You can see occasionally Gosh is swinging just out of curiosity to see how he would be doing. But he's not playing the whole thing. He's just having stamina breaks and then playing some sections to keep himself warmed up enough that he's not, like, breaking down. but he's still there happily. He's just
Painted
reading
in
his chat.
Gosh's,
He's just
painted in
reading his
Gosh's
chat.
chat asking him to whip and Nene. Good request.
Currently though, I mean, Cerret, the amount of mental concentration this must be taking for a 15-second map, for him to be getting a 96.2.
He improved. How did he improve from when I last
don't know.
spoke about it?
We looked
How does he
away
do
and
it?
he went open hack.
Oh, now Gosh apparently trying to keep his adrenaline high a little bit, trying to stay warm. Climbing up
Yeah.
to the 38% immediately.
You can see he plays some sections that he knows he can hit because, you know, he's keeping warm with it. I think he might just be seeing how high he can get his combo for a bit until he eventually just wants to rest. He's keeping himself active, but he's not taking... He's making the most of his break, because that is how he is treating this map. This man with the instant spin on the start of the map. Meanwhile, Cerret over here, he is, no
He is climbing and climbing.
Wait.
How?
Oh my god, this was the trash talk at the start of the match!
Yes,
Gosh,
it was about this one.
Gosh trash talked Cerret saying, I want to see you get a 96 on this map without pausing. He trash talks Cerret so that Cerret puts all of his effort into this.
And then he just
The
does
mental
not
games.
play.
The mental gymnastics! This man! Look at him go!
Gosh just takes out a 500-page book containing his master plan to win this final. And this is step one.
This is step one, what are we seeing next? Currently, like, half pizzaing everything that's appearing on his screen. He's just swinging roughly in the right area and hitting stuff. Now look at him go, his swing scaling with the map.
How is, after 4 minutes, how is Cerret's accuracy still improving to the very end?
Stop.
He FCs the entire thing. There is the 96 they talked about. He keeps it.
Cerret, what was that? Cerret.
I can hear what they have to say.
Yeah, Cerret's exhausted! Cerret's exhausted, it's worked! Cerret is actually exhausted. He hasn't been playing. In the time that the tournament has been going, this man has not been playing, so he is not used to it, you know? This is his warm-up. Everybody knows that using a really difficult map as a warm-up, it starts destroying your body slightly. So
And
Gosh
now
just knew
Cerret-
that. He sat down. He didn't waste his energy because he knows that Cerret's going to go all out on this. Wait! Is Gosh going to replay it? He knows that Cerret's going to sit down. So Gosh didn't bother with the replay. He's saving it. He's saving it.
That run from Cerret was something else, man.
You hear Cerret breathing heavily, like, oh, AFC, and Gosh, like, pretty cool, man.
It's a pretty good score. Cerret.
It's
Gosh-
nothing big. It's only a difference of 1,700,000 points.
Gosh
He can
has
come
the
back
top
from
2 score on this map, but Cerret PV'd and smashed him by almost 30,000. The difference. What a run.
it. Okay.
And we're going through the third map. It is 1-1 in the first round of the grand finals. We had Gosh's pick, won by Gosh. We had Cerret's pick, quite close, but indeed won by Cerret. And now we're going into the third map.
Okay, we've got another 11.8 notes per second map for 4 minutes. Oh,
The next one.
Cerret's got to do that again. Cerret's effectively doing the same thing as before, but again. And Gosh is just rested up for a few minutes. He's had the time of his life.
And Gosh had the ability to rest for those 4 minutes basically, and is now back, hopefully with a good stamina.
Gosh, giving it his all this time around. He is swinging properly. You can see him going. Currently, only on that 97.4. Cerret doing something, but it's like this isn't human. He's still on the 98.
And
He's climbing.
98 almost dropping
And
now,
there it goes.
as it gets a little bit faster as the double start. What a burst, what a start to this map. Both of the players dropping. Gosh drops a lot more.
Yeah, most of this is just going to be, I think, Gosh, because he knows his stamina's not doing the best today, I think he's just trying to make it through the maps as much as he can. Because I think he accepts that he's not going to be out-acting Cerret in the state that he is at the moment. So, he's just trying to hold higher, but right now, he's on the 96.6, Cerret on the 96.15. He's dropping slightly, but...
Cerret lost a lot of accuracy on that recent bit, but now going back up. As a bit of a slower part comes up now, the difference between them almost 0.5%.
Oh my god, you can see every one of Cerret's swings look almost identical. You just see every motion predicted, every motion he knew how to swing it properly.
And Cerret, he is still over that 97, now dropping below it. Held it for 1.5 minutes.
You see him just... I don't know, like... Neither of these players' accuracies are moving. They just kind of stood still in time until, you know, we reached this break. Okay.
And this is where it starts building up again. We're gonna get a little bit faster, the accuracies. The difference between them has shrunk a little bit in this slower part. Gosh's accuracy seemingly a bit higher.
Yeah, Gosh is not doing as well today on full swinging any of these faster patterns. This pull definitely on the harder side, and it's definitely showing. I think it's something that definitely fits someone like Small Fox's speed better, but is his speed, like, some of those maps, is his speed really that compatible when compared to Cerret's? Would he have been able to take some of the other maps? We might see it in a different tournament, but for now, Gosh putting in the effort on getting up to that 96.7, Cerret moving up to 97. Neither player really dropping through the burst.
Yeah, the difference between them is staying basically the same as they're both climbing. Gosh at the 96.6. No misses yet, the full combos are being kept. The song is basically 2/3 of the way done. There's 1 minute they have to go through.
Yeah, there's a small break before we get more stream. And then this could decide the entire thing, how these players act holds. There's still a possibility for a miss from either player, but Cerret is playing very consistently today. Even if his act is slightly lower down compared to...
Look how little Cerret's view is shaking! He is not moving, his arms are flying around at Mark 3, but his head is in place.
Look at him go, he is not moving at all. His vision staying straighter than half of the Beat Saber community. Keeping going strong. Holding the... he's just dropping below the 97.
He kept that for the entire thing.
Oh my goodness.
And he just now drops below it. Gosh drops as well. The difference between them widening at the very end. Oh, Cerret missed! Oh, but so did Gosh. They missed at the same spot!
They both missed in the same place! Oh my goodness. Both of them miss. It's not, there's no point in it if both of you miss.
The difference is 10k. It would not have made a difference for Gosh.
One of them.
Taking this one big time. Second point. If it's not for a replay.
Oh,
Cerret is so on fire.
Why can we not have just one of them in this? There we go, that'd make our lives easier. Oh, but that will be... I don't think a replay of any form from Gosh though, so...
So far, both of the players have won their own picks. The next one is going to be Console 1, which is picked by Gosh again.
As kindly pointed out by Stream Elements in the chat, you can indeed donate to the prize pool. This is going to be one of the last few reminders as we are coming to a close of the tournament. And you can directly pay Cerret, Gosh, and even Smallthorn. You may not be here, but all of them will appreciate them.
You now know the people it goes towards.
You know who it goes towards, that's true. If you didn't want to donate towards one person in specific for some reason, if you have it out, did you have it out for Sesko? Well, here's your opportunity.
Can you directly pay me? Yes. Of course. Jesus. Gosh, apparently putting his headset on the floor.
No, we can't take the direct payments, Magician. It wouldn't be fair to the rest of the casters.
Ah, that's true.
Either way.
Damn, don't screw up my money making scheme.
We're gonna end up with a Beat Saber Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Gosh, going into the void, there is still a blue light at the end of it. Wait, that's just the floor?
Yeah, he put his headset on the floor.
Why does his floor just have like a light at the end of the tunnel? What's going on there with those shapers?
Okay. Apparently Gosh is plugging in his controllers for a short bit just between the maps so he does not run out of battery. He has been playing for so long.
We're getting called out by the call.
Yeah, I see. Greggy's calling us out.
We just have more batteries on it.
Yeah.
Apparently, before the last map, they just realized that his batteries were on red. His controllers were on red.
Well, we're just gonna hope they last. Otherwise, we're gonna be in a bit of a pickle here.
We really are. Okay. Either way, it seems the next one we're going to be having is Console 1.
A bit slower, not over 10 notes per second. A bit of a rest for both of them.
Okay. Both players, the showmanship for both, the good looks. You can tell that both of them are kind of just having fun with this match by this point.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
I think, honestly, for these two, unless Gosh is playing fully out of his mind and he's going full sweat mode, I think a lot of the time this matchup is kind of desensitized to these players. That's my presumption.
Yeah, they play each other so much in tournaments.
Yeah, the amount of times they're almost, maybe they even are in double digits for the amount of times these players have met in the grand finals of the tournament.
This is probably the most common matchup for grand finals of all time.
Yeah, even since the 2018 days, I don't think we have had a tournament with a matchup as like common as we've seen.
Yeah. And we're starting. The accuracy at the very beginning. Currently it looks out for Cerret a little bit, although the map has been picked up by Gosh, but I guess it becomes a bit more technical near the end.
Currently, it is still working over in Cerret's side, so... I mean, he's acting up bit by bit. Gosh is pretty much just like lumbering around the same area that he's always been. He's just kind of shuffling about, but not really going anywhere. Cerret still climbing. He's taken the most of this opportunity to act because, I mean, looking at some of these notes, it kind of feels like Gosh could be acting more, but he might just be like semi-vibing. I don't know.
Feels like it, yes. Cerret is improving faster than Gosh. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
And this is when some of the patterns start taking turns.
Yeah, this is where it gets a bit weirder.
We're now getting wide. So this is the part where it could be a miss coming out on anything that's wider, because I mean, those kind of notes are not necessarily the easiest to hit. You have to pay attention when doing it, or it could be a very easy miss.
And the difference between them, it is almost 0.5%.
Both
Cerret.
players still holding combo up to this point. Gosh actually getting lower and lower in ACK as this goes on. And you can see, look at his hands. Look at the hand, like, look at his shaking. I don't think that his body is, like, physically ready to go up against Cerret this time around, I'll be honest.
Gosh does not seem to be quite in top form right now.
I've seen it before, and I don't think this is nerves. He seemed very chill this entire time, even with the sit down. I think he's just struggling to properly continue on half of these. I think he's just going through the maps, doing what he has to do. I respect it. You gotta respect that. Even now, when it seems like he might not be able to play his best, he's still giving it like a good shot, so that if Cerret messes up, he still has a fair chance.
Gosh,
I mean, if this man is get a 97 on this right now.
Even though he might not be up to where he could be, he's still doing everything he can to get the highest possible accuracy. But Cerret is just on another level currently. Taking this one as well, with a solid difference, even with a miss, Gosh would not have won.
Yeah, because I think one of the things is just, it's demotivating for Gosh here. He knows for a fact that even if he beats Cerret here, he has to do it again in a bracket reset.
That is, yeah, the road is just so long for Gosh to just have a chance at a win here.
Gosh, not fully sure that what was said was right. Cerret is very, very far ahead on that score, and I don't think Gosh is ready for it.
And yet again, both players picking up a PB, picking up the first and second score on this
Possible
leaderboard.
match point.
It is, yeah. A match point for Cerret. The map has been picked by Gosh. It is Revolver Churros.
We have seen this song before because it had the funny name.
I remember the name as well. I think it was in the Spring Cup.
Yeah, there's some tournament maps that are very reoccurring, but some of them stand out more than others when they have the names like that.
Revolver Churros is definitely a recognizable name.
Okay. Okay, so Cerret working his way up, being challenged by Gosh to get a 99.5. The classics, the classics. And we begin with a possible last map.
It is again 11 notes per second, a faster one. Gosh is gonna have to summon all of his power, everything he has remaining, for the chance to take this map of Cerret, because Cerret is just locked in. He's locked and loaded. The Revolver Churros.
Actually,
He's going.
At the start of this map, for a second, it was actually on Gosh's side.
For the briefest bit, yeah.
The briefest bit, but now it's like, it's staying very close together, actually. But
the accuracies are not too far apart, but
it's about the same difference as we've seen with every other map.
These two players are so consistent that the differences between them stay consistent, like, through maps.
Yeah.
Through map pools.
The general tournament experience between Gosh and Cerret is there's generally about a 0.2 difference. Something that we've seen after match after match after match. But now, the players are catching up together. Hold on a minute.
Cerret dropped to the 97.
There is a very small difference between them. Hold on. Gosh has a chance for another point here. That score difference dropping below 0.1%. They're staying very close together.
After 1 minute, yeah. Gosh comes extremely close to Cerret here. And
There's
this
a
is a bit
3-minute
more of a
map.
technical side. A lot of dots coming here. The accuracies, both players are hitting them about equally.
Cerret's staying very, very, like, close, but still ahead, holding that lead, but it could go either way. This is one of those times where a bad slider hit could end the entire thing going. Because right now, it is such a small lead that one tiny mistake and Gosh is gone. Gosh is taking the lead. But equally, Gosh needs to keep holding that because, you know, if he doesn't, there is no chance in hell that he is going to be taking this.
The map is halfway done. The accuracies, they're still extremely similar. Both players are playing insanely well here. The difference now widening a little bit for Cerret.
Yeah, Cerret pulling away slightly and Gosh dropping a small bit. Both of these players still holding very strong, but that like gap between them is not really changing. It needs to go down if Gosh intends to take this map. But there's hardly any map left. How is he meant to take it when the score is ever changing?
0.1%. Cerret really has to mess up some weird pattern here. But it is Cerret. He is improving his accuracy. He's pulling away from Gosh. Gosh is dropping. Cerret is improving.
Gosh dropping lower, down to the 96. He's lost the 97. And it's going to be placing him much further below unless there's a miss or drop from Cerret in any way, shape or form.
And there is
this is going to
30
be going
seconds.
to him. He is holding strong. There's only a small bit of map left. He's still getting the jumps in. He's climbing further and further away up to 97.17. Gosh dropping, but still trying to climb up. He's doing his best to catch up. But Cerret still pulling away. The point difference is within like 5,000 points for a moment. It was so close, but it's gotten so far away. And the dot spam, nobody dropping. And that will be Cerret taking it. If there is no replay, that will be GG's. It is up to Gosh. Gosh has the strength, he gets to choose, but I've got a feeling that we know what it's going to be. Is there going to be a replay? Or is this going to be a cheeky GG?
Gosh has to, if he wants a chance.
And that is going to be a no, so GG's. Gosh, relaxing a bit. He's taking it easy today. He's put in the effort many a times, and he's at least got up to second, but that is going to be GG from both of the players.
There is not going to be a replay. That means Cerret 4-1, taking the grand finals of Beat Saber League Season 3 against Gosh. What a show from both of them.
Now, we mentioned earlier that we do have a surprise as well. As many people have mentioned in chat, we have mentioned before in a tournament, they agreed to a 1v1 on $100 bills. And this was unbeknownst to the organizers, and just before we joined the casters call, we decided to contact the coordinator running the match and get it running ourselves. So, we have it. There is nothing prepared on stream for this. The stream host wasn't ready for this. The organizers weren't ready for this, let alone the players or the coordinator. So, here you go.
And there they are.
$100 bills.
This is what you actually want to see.
We have the finale. Both players going in with all of their effort. This is what Gosh was saving his energy for the whole time. The expert plus diff as well. A difficult task for both. Currently Cerret holding that 98. Gosh working his way up. Cerret jamming out. Oh! He underswung one of the sections. He dropped down in act.
Oh, now they're at the same accuracy, 97.9 for both of them.
It's anyone's game, but wait, no, Cerret dropped below. He's jamming out too hard. He's down at 97.6.
Cerret is dancing too much.
Gosh,
is taking
the lead,
97.8. Missing. Oh,
Cerret missing on $100 bills.
He swung it the wrong
96!
He missed the angle. It was an up angle and he hit it downwards.
We are seeing
Gosh,
history be
taking
made
the lead.
before our eyes. Gosh, taking the lead right now on the 97.7. Cerret behind him on 96.5. Gods can bleed, ladies and gentlemen, and here's where we're seeing it once again. The matchup of the century in one of the most prominent maps in the game, behind that of Reality Check, Godzilla, and the maps like that. This map is an absolute classic, and these players are going head-to-head in it. But unfortunately, Cerret seems to be falling behind right now.
About 1% behind Gosh. There's about a minute remaining.
Gosh.
They're both dancing
Giving it his
so
all.
hard. Cerret is having a great time right now.
You can tell right now, Gosh was ready for this from the start. The moment he was offered this, they didn't know about this offer outside of like the grand finals. The moment they reached grand finals is when it was presented to them. He wasn't prepared for this till now. Neither player has practiced to our knowledge.
15 seconds. Cerret actually increased and actually
Cerret-
came closer to Gosh.
He got it. He's almost at the 97, but the map's almost over. Gosh, taking the $100 bills
And we're
1v1
just at the end.
with a 97.75. Gosh, not winning the grand finals, but he at least took his pride. He took the $100 bills.
And
A
even though
W
Cerret
for them
missed,
both.
the accuracy on Gosh's side has been higher. He won it fair and square against Cerret. 0.8 in the end. Gosh takes the glory win.